What's good, YouTube? This is Boxingwave, and I just wanted to do a quick video on Tony Harrison is going to be fighting Tszyu for the WBO interim strap at 154. Now, Jamel Charlo was supposed to fight Tszyu, right? But he's suffered an injury and he's out of the fight. And now they're going to fight for the WBO interim title, basically just because Jamel's not available, all right? And the interim champion is basically the champion because the real champion is at recess. So whoever wins this fight is going to still be Mando to fight Jamel Charlo. And it's a very important fight at 154 because you look at it like this: Tszyu was the actual mandatory. He was due for for the WBO strap for Jamel Charlo. He's undefeated, and it's just a good fight. I mean, it's a good fight. And then you have Tony Harrison, who still has history with Jamel. I mean, Jamel won the last fight between those two, and Tony won the first fight. And Tony has won in a trilogy, and there's a lot of fans that has wanted their trilogy. I remember watching the first fight. I was there at the arena. They fought in Brooklyn, I believe, and very disputable win for Tony Harrison. Still a lot of people that still felt Jamel won the fight. But Tony got the win that night and gave Jamel his first loss. And in a rematch, I felt that Tony was winning the fight until Jamel stopped him. With that being said, this fight is supposed to be scheduled for March 11th, and they're gonna fight out in Sydney, Australia. And it's a good opportunity for both. Tony, in my opinion, he's still one of the best boxers out there. I think his flaw, and I was saying this earlier about Alicia Baumgardner. Uh, Tony's biggest flaw really is just him gassing out. I mean, he fights at a high level. He's a very, very good boxer. He's clearly a world class boxer. He's been very, very good over the years. I remember when watching him just as a prospect. He sparred with a lot of good fighters over the years. I remember watching the Willie Nelson fight live, and I remember him winning and winning the fight clearly. And then he gassed out a little bit. He started taking more unnecessary hits, and he was stopped late in that fight against Willie Nelson, a fighter that he should have beaten that day. Same thing with Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd was another very, very good fighter that he was winning. He was outboxing. It's just that Hurd, we know Hurd was in his prime. He was really in his bag at that time, and Hurd came back from behind and ended up stopping Tony Harrison in that fight too. And then Tony Harrison again with Jamel Charlo. He's winning, he's outboxing, he's looking better in the rematch. And he starts to slow down a little bit. He's starting to get hit a lot more. Defensively irresponsible. He's becoming defensively irresponsible, and he got caught with a good shot. And Jamel put him away. But as far as on points, I never seen anybody outbox this dude. And I think if Tony is to lose this fight, I think the only fight where Tony really legit looked bad, like in a boxing match, was against Brian Pavella. That was the fight. That was the one fight where I think he probably got a gift draw. But outside of that fight, I thought Tony was always winning rounds, outboxing his opponents, but the pressure was just too much. And Tszyu is going to be no different because if Tszyu wins this fight, it's going to be based on Tszyu still coming forward, not stopping, probably losing on points, losing rounds early, but the pressure and him still coming forward, him having the power as well. He can crack. That would be the way that Tony loses the fight. But Tony, on the other hand, Tszyu, very good, still kind of roughly unproven, Not saying he doesn't deserve a title shot. I think he does. But you had the Terrell Gausha fight where he got knocked down, and then you look at his other fights. Yes, he stopped a lot of guys, but they're not like top tier elite guys. Tony has fought top tier elite guys. He has the experience advantage here. So if Tony is to outscore him and outbox him or even hurt him or drop him, I wouldn't be surprised. Tony, it does have pop and he boxes better. We know that he's a better boxer between the two. Will it be enough? I don't know. But Tony's going out in Australia. You know, he's going out there. He's the one that's flying out there. So he's gonna have to show up in this fight. Um, but it's a much needed fight. You know, I mean, it sucks because you want Jamel to get this opportunity. To be honest, I like this fight. I like this fight. I think this is a fight that should have happened and should have taken place before they either one of them got the opportunity to fight for the title with Jamel. You know, because Jamel has been on a great. He's had a great run at 154. You know, say what you want about him. He's had an amazing run up there. And this is a fight that should be taking place before either one of them get the title fight, in my opinion. All right. So I love the fight. I just wanted to make a quick video. It's happening on March 11th. It's gonna be in Australia. It's gonna be on Showtime. But it's a great fight, you know, and I'm looking forward to the winner fighting Jamel Charlo. You know, I think whoever wins this fight, the win would be a valid win and a real good win leading up to Jamel Charlo, whether it's a rematch with Harrison or a trilogy with Harrison or you know Tszyu's opportunity. If he could beat Tony Harrison, it'll be more valid. His mandatory position would be more valid to fight Jamel Charlo, in my opinion. Right? And Jamel has a lot to work. You know, as long as he's staying at 154, it's a lot more work to do because you got Fundora out there that's pretty much a mandatory at this point with a different sanctioning body anyway. So Jamel being undisputed ain't easy. You got a lot of obligations, and when you have delays like injuries and stuff like that, it slows everything up. But I don't even know if Jamel is planning on staying at 154, you know, for too long. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this fight. I will definitely do a breakdown of this fight at some point. Um, and let you guys know, you know, I'm not sure where I'm at on who's gonna win the fight yet. Not completely sure. But I do think it's sort of 50-50 because even though I think Harrison is the better talent, he does have a bad trait of just slowing down, you know, and getting caught with shots later in the fights. You know what I'm saying? So um we'll see how it goes. But let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share the video, and I'm out. Peace.